Right on, writers, and welcome to the Books by Adrian author platform. This is the Books by Adrian podcast, and I'm your host, Santiago. Thank you all very much for being here today. If you're watching this premiere on YouTube, be sure to subscribe and hit that bell so you can be notified whenever we go live or post a new video. Leave a like on the video and comment down below, letting us know what you're writing these days. This podcast is also available as audio only on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Apparently, Anchor is making it possible to also post video podcasts now up there. So I'm going to look into that, see if it transfers over to Apple, Spotify, or what. If you're enjoying us on either of those platforms, please follow, subscribe to the podcast, and leave us a review if you're able to. Doing these things help the show to grow and the channel to reach more people. Now, the best ways to show your support for my platform without spending a dime on anything: write a review on Apple Podcasts, write a review on Spotify, or simply hit that subscribe button on any of them. First thing you might notice about this episode is that I don't have a guest. I wanted to use this opportunity to touch base with everybody in my audience today. We had to cancel this week's live stream Sunday guest at the last minute, and the podcast suffered the same fate. Honestly, I was just so wrapped up in the live stream Sunday and how weird this most recent episode was, that I actually had a guest lined up for this podcast, and I let it slip by. I forgot. I was just compounded by the live stream Sunday debacle. So I tried running Sunday's live stream Sunday episode alone without a guest, and something I'll likely never do again, as it was incredibly stressful for me. I've never felt more uncomfortable on my own channel before. So for any of my regular viewers who found Sunday's episode strange, apologies. I did my best to salvage what I could. For anyone asking in comments or private messages, I'm not going to go into any detail about why I had to cancel Inverted Mind Inc.'s appearance on Livestream Sunday. She had an enormous audience that was guaranteed to lift our channel's numbers to new heights. We were seeing our numbers climb just in the couple days leading up to the episode, and that was all her audience coming over and getting prepared for the show. So canceling it, especially last minute, was a very difficult decision that my producer Adrian Guadalupe and I did not make lightly. Again, we won't go into detail as to why we had to cancel. If you really want to know, you can research figure it out. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay, so if you all can stand a few more minutes of me blathering alone without a guest, I'd love to go over some of the things that I tried talking about on Sunday. In some ways, today's episode is a retread or a duo of what I talked about on Sunday, but this time sans awkward live chat. Let's start off with the future of Books by Adrian. First on the agenda is the future of my Patreon. This is how it has existed since its inception. I have 4 patrons. I had 5. I have 4 patrons. I tried my hand at Black Sail's reaction videos. I wanted to have a backlog going up on Patreon first before I ever got to YouTube. I fell out of it and never made it to YouTube. So, I also tried my hand at the Breaking Bad commentary that we've been talking about, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that later. But this beautiful Patreon is going to be going through some changes. I will be adding a new tier for folks who just want to spend $1 a month, and I will also be completely rewriting the other tiers. It's going to look very, very different. It's going to offer some different things. It's going to simplify what I'm offering so that it is doable. And most of it will be geared around stuff that I am already doing. It will just be going up there first. And also, as the Patreon community grows, the patrons are more than welcome to vote on certain polls and things like that will determine where the platform goes next. So the month of December will be an off month for Patreon. Any of my current members will not be charged during that month. I will not be putting content up during that month. Then on the 1st of January, should be back and hop. So let's go over a couple of the things that you might expect to see. The tier that I'm adding, the ground level tier, will only be $1, and that's a new tier that exists for one reason and perk only. That is to vote on polls for the future video content. So that will come with absolutely nothing else. If you simply want to vote on polls about what you want to see on YouTube, $1. The $3 tier, also known as the Spark, for those looking for a little more. You get to still vote on those polls. You get to read sample chapters and offer critique. And your name gets put into the credits of all my videos for every video produced during your time as a patron, and that includes our live show. The $5 tier, also known as Gaia, is for those who wish to see Mythic Shadow the Spark have a successful release. So you get everything that you got before in the earlier tiers, voting on polls, sample chapters, name and credits. But now you also get early access to these videos, and you get a signed copy of the novel upon publication. The $10 tier, also known as Outer Space, is for superheroes, overachievers, and the adventurous types. And this is everything as before. Vote on polls for video content, read sample chapters off critique, your name and credits, early access to videos, signed copy of the novel upon publication, but also acknowledgments in that novel, and special videos, live stream events, and other surprises as they come up. Probably some watch parties. So I'm working on turning the Patreon something that not only something that I can be proud of, but something that you guys can enjoy and would actually want to partake in. Now, the thing is, my website, booksbyadrian.com, is going to be launching its own community, and going to have some courses from some very, very respected authors. But this is more for anybody who just wants to do YouTube stuff. In other words, if you're not interested in that community, if you're not interested in taking courses, if you're not interested in any of that stuff, if you just want to support our channel, you just want to see us grow and continue to develop further, then the Patreon would be the best way to support it. Okay, next on the agenda, the Breaking Bad commentary series that I've been talking about for quite a while, and I actually got like 3 episodes out of it, but I'm gonna redo them. So the Breaking Bad commentary series, my newest series coming to the channel. I know Breaking Bad better than anyone. I've seen it too many times to do a reaction series, but nobody can rival me for commentary. Not even the creators. Like, they do commentary, and they're not going to be as informative. They're not as informative as mine will be. I have several ideas on how to execute this series, but I'd like your input on what you think is the best way. Ultimately, we're talking about a series where, as I watch singular episodes of Breaking Bad, I provide audio commentary over them, sharing facts about the production, sharing observations about the storytelling, which in a visual medium like this doesn't just mean plot or dialogue. It means everything. Costuming, lighting, it means shot composition. All of that is part of storytelling in a visual medium like this. So I'll be delving into all of that. I'll be delving into stories that cast and crew have shared from the set, techniques used in the writer's room. Ultimately, I consider Breaking Bad to be the pinnacle of television, a masterpiece, and a masterclass in storytelling. And so I feel that there's a lot to learn from this series, a lot of wonderful material that can be mined from it. So that's the goal. Now, the question is, how do I present this? I could do it as an audio only track that you could listen to while you watch your own episode, and it would play very much like a normal commentary track that you would find on the Extra. That's one option. It would be a downloadable podcast. There are pros and cons to every format. So the pro, as I see it, to the audio only is that you're able to watch and listen without disturbing others, headphones, or without needing to watch a video along with the episode. So I'm just a disembodied voice in your head. The con that I can see is needing to pause, rewind, etc. would be more complicated for the listener and or viewer because you're handling two programs at the same time, my audio and the show that you're watching. Another format possible is the full-length video, which is the same as the full-length commentary you'd get from the audio version, but with my full video production and myself on camera. No Breaking Bad footage would be included in this version. You would need still your own copy to watch, like the audio only version to watch along. So again, you would have my video up and you would have Breaking Bad up and you would be watching them synchronized simultaneously. A pro to this, visual aids and references in the videos to help make the point. A con would watching two videos at once, mine plus Breaking Bad, dividing your attention. The third option is the YouTube edits. This would be similar to what we all know as reaction video. In this case, it would be a commentary video, but it would be composited very much the same as reaction videos, meaning that this would include no more than 10 minutes of actual show footage, each video totaling out approximately 20 minutes. The pro to this is that it's more compact. It gives you the highlights, a smaller commitment from the viewer, and you get the best bits, and I cut out everything else. The con is that you lose commentary. I cut out everything else. Everything that ends up on the cutting room floor, as far as I'm concerned, that's all money. That's all good stuff, and we're missing out on it. So that's the big con. Finally, the fourth format, the fourth option for formatting would be the live stream watch party version. So where we all watch an episode or two together. I'd be doing my commentary throughout. The live chat can ask questions during, before, and after the show. Live call-ins are also possible during these shows for select questions. Pros, community engagement, watch parties are fun, and the questions thrown at me could cover information I'd otherwise not have thought to include. The con is that there would be no show footage playable during the live stream, as that would probably get us taken down in the middle of the live. So, not fun. If you have any ideas on a fifth format, a better format still, leave it in the comment in the downstairs, okay? All right. So, Breaking Bad commentary coming soon. Next up, Discord. So we're here to talk about the death of the Books by Adrian Discord server. The Discord is on his way out, unless I can think of or find a way or a reason to save it, something worthwhile. So far, my only idea is to turn it into a D&D Discord for newbies. I myself am a newbie. I've always wanted to try playing D&D. I've always wanted to learn. I have a friend who is a dungeon master and is up for doing such a thing. He already does such things. So that is a possibility and my best idea so far. There may also be a way to incorporate the Breaking Bad commentaries here. I mentioned live call-ins. That's where I'm kind of coming from. The Discord being audio software. There may be a way to incorporate those Breaking Bad commentaries. So I'm looking into that. And comment downstairs with your ideas for the Discord server. I need ideas for the Discord server. I am going to take the month of December, just like my Patreon, to work on it. And if I can't come up with a really great thing that is enticing to new people for joining purposes, then I don't know. It's probably going to go by January 1st. Okay, now, alrighty, next up is Chronicle. I have a show on my channel called Chronicle. The most recent episode, it was back before the rebrand. The idea behind Chronicles is that it's a more personal show for me. Live Stream Sunday and Books by Adrian are both usually about the guest or the topic of discussion at hand. So Chronicles is more about me. It covers my journey as a writer, who I am as a writer, what I do as a writer, that kind of stuff. It follows the production of my novel. We talk about where it is in the process, where it's going, all that kind of stuff. And it's also a place for me to voice a lot of my own opinions. So, for example, the first episode back will be a special art review of Kent Sean's new novel Forbidden, which released in December. So this video series is on my novel's progress and myself as a writer, and that's returning on December 12th, which is why I bring it up. It's the week after the Live Sunday finale. I am going to try to also release these on Sundays, and I will try to make them at least 20 minutes or more so that we can have a nice premiere and be in the chat together and all that kind of stuff, so we don't really miss what we do on Live Stream Sunday until Live Stream Sunday comes back. Now, things that you are going to find in the Chronicles episodes would include author tube tags, including world building tag, writing bug tag, writers are weird tag, what I struggle with tag, etc. It will look at we'll have an episode on a look at the rebrand of Books by Adrian. We'll have an episode, or actually several episodes, as an inspiration series in Chronicles, where I look into sci-fi, fantasy, detective thrillers, crime noir, stuff like that, stuff that I like to read, stuff that I like to watch, stuff that has influenced my writing. And then the final episode before Live Stream Sunday returns will most likely be a look at the Breaking Bad commentary series pilot. I am going to work on making that as big a splash as possible, so I'm probably going to go out of Chronicles with a taste of the Breaking Bad commentary series, and then launching that on its own. Okay, so Chronicle, man, like, get into it. It's gonna be awesome. Next up, you go to my Instagram as two things I want to bring to your attention. Number one, my inspiration highlight reel. So, you know that boy. Inspiration highlight reel is going to give a bunch of visual images that I have found to be very inspirational to me and my writing. Often I will get story ideas just by looking at an image such as these. It's one of my tools for fighting writer's block. Anytime I feel like I can't come up with good ideas, I'll scroll through this, and I mean that image alone brings up quite a few ideas. This image is beautiful. The way that, like, the chapel walls and ceiling are part of the sky, the kingdom of heaven, right? So check it out if you are ever feeling uninspired or writer's blocky. You're sure to find something interesting in here that will spark a new idea. Like this one, a lot of my Gaia stuff is influenced by that, and this. I can go on forever. Okay. The other reason I wanted to show you the Instagram is because the link tree is here, and if you go to the link tree, this wiggly one at the top is the book by Adrian guest application form. Guest application form is for anyone who is interested in being on Books by Adrian, whether it be your Live Stream Sunday or the podcast, or both. This will let you know what you need to know about scheduling. It will give you places to enter in your information, letting us know who you are, where you're from, what you do, how we can contact you, links and stuff that you want to put into the description of your episode, your profession, what shows you want, what kind of things influence your art, the type of episode you want to do, and plugging your project. This form allows me the the ease with which to schedule the entire season, but also how to craft an episode specifically around each individual guest, which is what I like to do. I like each episode to reflect the guest that is on the episode. So if you are a creative person in any way, writer, artist, musician, filmmaker, actor, anything. If you are a creative person working on a creative project and you would like to talk about it, come on the show. Fill this out and we'll get it on. Okay? All right, folks, that about does it. I've covered everything that I wanted to cover today. Everything that I tried to cover on Sunday, and I covered it on Sunday, but there's a lot going on. All right, y'all. Thank you so very much. I kept it nice, short, and sweet, or at least I think I did. And I look forward to Sunday when we're going to talk to Chris Kenny, a nice, normal live stream Sunday episode. Be there at 4 p.m. Not only are we going to talk about his journey as a writer, but we're also going to talk about the differences between putting out nonfiction works versus putting out fiction works. How we navigate those two very different types of projects in our career. It's going to be fun. All right, y'all. I'll see you on Sunday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right, y'all. Right on.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boys. It sound right, boys. sound right, boy.